5 foods are sitting in your kitchen right now that are silently pushing your blood sugar higher every single day. And the most dangerous part? 4 out of 5 of them are foods that most people over 60 have been told are perfectly healthy. That is not an exaggeration. That is what the research shows. Millions of older adults are eating these foods every morning, sometimes every meal, completely unaware of the damage being done to their blood vessels, their brain, their kidneys, and their heart. Not because they are careless, but because no one gave them the right information. Today, I am going to change that for you. I will show you exactly which 5 foods are working against your blood sugar, explain precisely why they cause such serious spikes in people over 60 specifically, and give you a clear, practical swap for every single one of them. By the end of this video, you will have a simple eating plan you can start tomorrow morning. Let us get into it. The root cause: why food hits differently after 60. Before I reveal the 5 foods, you need to understand something important. The reason these foods are so damaging for older adults specifically comes down to one key change that happens inside your body as you age. It involves something called your glycemic response. That is just a scientific way of describing how fast and how high your blood sugar rises after you eat something. When you are in your 30s or 40s, your body handles blood sugar surges reasonably well. Your pancreas releases insulin quickly. Your muscles absorb glucose efficiently. The spike rises and comes back down. But after 60, this system slows down considerably. Think of it like a highway with too many cars and not enough lanes. The glucose, the cars, keeps coming in. But the lanes, your insulin response and your muscle capacity, have narrowed. So traffic backs up. Sugar stays in your bloodstream longer, and it reaches higher levels before your body can bring it back down. This happens for 2 main reasons. First, your pancreas becomes slightly less efficient at releasing insulin quickly after a meal. Second, and this is the bigger factor, your muscle mass has decreased. Muscle is one of the primary places your body stores and burns glucose. Less muscle means less capacity to absorb blood sugar after eating. This is not your fault. It is a biological shift that affects almost every adult after 60. But it means that foods which caused a moderate spike at 45 can cause a much larger spike at 65, even if your diet has not changed at all. Understanding this changes everything, because now you know the goal is not just to eat healthy in a general sense. The goal is to eat in a way that specifically protects your blood sugar response. And that means knowing which foods trigger the biggest spikes and replacing them with smarter alternatives. Why food swaps work, the science in simple terms. Now, before the list, let me explain the mechanism behind why simply swapping certain foods produces such meaningful results for blood sugar. Every food you eat has what researchers call a glycemic index, a measure of how quickly it raises blood sugar compared to pure glucose. Foods with a high glycemic index cause fast, sharp spikes. Foods with a low glycemic index release sugar slowly and gradually, keeping blood sugar stable for hours. But here is what makes this even more important for you specifically. Studies focused on adults over 60 consistently show that reducing dietary glycemic load, the overall blood sugar impact of your meals, can lower fasting glucose by 10 to 20% within just 4 to 6 weeks. Without medication, without extreme dieting, simply by making smarter food choices at each meal. The swaps I am about to give you are not about deprivation. They are about substitution. You are not removing pleasure from your meals. You are redirecting it toward foods that work with your body instead of against it. The 5 foods, and what to eat instead. Food number 1, white bread and refined flour products. Blood sugar impact rating, severe. White bread is made from flour that has had virtually all its fiber and nutrients removed during processing. What remains is essentially pure starch, which your digestive system converts into glucose almost immediately. A single slice of white bread can raise blood sugar nearly as fast as eating pure table sugar. For older adults, the effect is amplified. Because the narrowed highway we talked about cannot handle the sudden rush of glucose, blood sugar spikes sharply and stays elevated for 1 to 2 hours after eating. The common mistake here is assuming that multigrain bread is safe. Many multigrain breads still use refined white flour as their primary ingredient with a few seeds added for appearance. Always check the label. If the first ingredient is not whole wheat flour or another whole grain, it is still a refined product. The Smart Swap, true whole grain bread, where you can see and feel the grain texture. Or better yet, sourdough bread made with whole grain flour. The fermentation process in sourdough significantly lowers its glycemic impact. Research shows sourdough raises blood sugar up to 36% less than regular white bread. Practical tip: switch your morning toast to sourdough or dense whole grain bread this week. Add a protein, an egg or nut butter, alongside it. This combination further slows glucose absorption. Score: 9 out of 10 for blood sugar danger. The swap is equally powerful. Food number 2, sweetened breakfast cereals. Blood sugar impact rating, very high. This one is particularly important because breakfast cereals, including many marketed specifically as heart-healthy or whole grain, are among the highest glycemic foods available. Many popular cereals contain more sugar per serving than a candy bar, and they are eaten first thing in the morning, when your cortisol is naturally elevated and your blood sugar sensitivity is already at its most vulnerable. For adults over 60, a bowl of sweetened cereal can cause a blood sugar spike within 20 minutes, followed by a sharp crash 1 to 2 hours later that leaves you hungry, foggy, and craving more sugar. The common mistake: adding fruit or fruit juice alongside cereal, believing it balances the meal. It does not. It compounds the spike. The Smart Swap, steel-cut oats, not instant oats, which are also processed. Steel-cut oats are minimally processed, high in soluble fiber, and have a glycemic index nearly 40% lower than instant oatmeal. Add a tablespoon of ground flaxseed and some nuts for protein and fat, which further slows absorption. Practical tip: prepare steel-cut oats the night before. Let them soak overnight. They take less than 5 minutes to warm up in the morning and deliver sustained energy without the spike. Score: 9 out of 10 for blood sugar danger. Swap to steel-cut oats, and the problem largely disappears. Food number 3, white rice. Blood sugar impact rating, high. White rice is a staple food for many people, and for generations, it was eaten without causing widespread blood sugar problems. So why is it on this list? Because the way most people eat white rice today, in large portions, without adequate protein or fiber alongside it, creates a very different blood sugar response than the modest portions paired with vegetables and lean protein that older generations consumed. A standard restaurant serving of white rice can contain 60 to 70 grams of refined carbohydrate, enough to spike blood sugar significantly in older adults, particularly when eaten alone or with other high-carb foods. The Smart Swap, basmati rice, which has a lower glycemic index than other white rice varieties, or cauliflower rice, which has almost no impact on blood sugar at all. If you're not ready to give up white rice entirely, try cooking it and then refrigerating it overnight. Cold cooked rice develops resistant starch, a type of fiber your body cannot digest, which lowers its glycemic impact by up to 50% when reheated. Practical tip: reduce your rice portion by 1/3 and fill the rest of the plate with non-starchy vegetables, broccoli, spinach, green beans, or zucchini. This one adjustment can cut your post-meal blood sugar spike in half. Score: 7 out of 10 for blood sugar danger. Manageable with portion control and smart pairings. Food number 4, fruit juice, even 100% natural. Blood sugar impact rating, very high. This is the one that surprises people most. Orange juice, apple juice, pomegranate juice, even freshly squeezed. All of them deliver concentrated fructose and glucose directly into your bloodstream with almost no fiber to slow the absorption. A glass of orange juice raises blood sugar nearly as quickly as a can of soda. For older adults, this is particularly problematic in the morning. Many people drink juice with breakfast thinking they're starting the day with vitamins and health. In reality, they are triggering one of the sharpest blood sugar spikes of the day before 9 in the morning. The common mistake: believing that no added sugar on the label means the product is blood sugar safe. Natural fruit sugars spike blood sugar just as effectively when fiber has been removed. The Smart Swap: eat the whole fruit. Always. A whole orange contains the same vitamins as a glass of orange juice, but the fiber in the orange slows sugar absorption dramatically. Studies show blood sugar response to whole fruit versus juice is nearly 30% lower, even when the same amount of sugar is consumed. Practical tip: if you miss the ritual of a morning drink, try water infused with slices of lemon, orange, or cucumber. You get the flavor without any glycemic impact. Score: 8 out of 10 for blood sugar danger. Completely avoidable with whole fruit substitution. Food number 5, flavored yogurt. Blood sugar impact rating: high, and the most deceptive. Yogurt has a strong reputation as a healthy food, and plain yogurt genuinely is excellent for blood sugar and gut health. But flavored yogurt, the fruit on the bottom varieties, the vanilla, the honey varieties, is often loaded with added sugar. Some single-serving containers of flavored yogurt contain 25 to 30 grams of sugar. That is more than 6 teaspoons of sugar in what most people consider a healthy snack. For older adults eating flavored yogurt as part of a healthy breakfast, this is a hidden source of significant daily blood sugar stress. Many people eat it every single morning without realizing what it is doing. The smart swap: plain Greek yogurt. Full stop. It is higher in protein, lower in sugar, and genuinely beneficial for blood sugar and gut bacteria. If you need sweetness, add a small handful of fresh berries. Blueberries and raspberries are among the lowest glycemic fruits available and are rich in antioxidants that actually improve insulin sensitivity. Practical tip: buy plain Greek yogurt in bulk and add your own toppings. Berries, a small drizzle of real honey if needed, brown flaxseed, or a few walnuts. You control the sugar. You control the spike. Score: 8 out of 10 for blood sugar danger, primarily because it is so widely trusted and so widely consumed. Your implementation plan. Here is your simple starting plan. Do not try to change everything at once. This week, make one swap. Replace your breakfast cereal or white bread toast with steel-cut oats or whole grain sourdough bread. Add one protein source, an egg or a spoonful of nut butter, every morning this week. After 1 week, add the second swap. Replace any flavored yogurt with plain Greek yogurt. Add berries for sweetness. At 3 days, energy after breakfast becomes noticeably more stable. The mid-morning crash starts to fade. At 1 week, cravings for sweet snacks mid-morning often decrease. This is your blood sugar stabilizing. At 2 weeks, many people report less afternoon fatigue and better concentration after lunch. This is the cumulative effect of consistent lower glycemic eating. Now you know which ones they are. And now you know exactly what to eat instead. Your health is worth protecting. And it starts with the very next meal you sit down to eat. If this video helped you today, please give it a like. Subscribe so you never miss a video on this channel. And share it with someone you love, a friend, a family member, a neighbor, who is eating these foods every day without knowing what they are doing to their blood sugar. That share could genuinely change their health. Take good care of yourself. We will see you in the next one.